It Ends is a low-budget, practically single-location existential horror thriller directorial debut by Alexander Ullom, which snuck up on me when it became available on the Letterboxd video store. It's about a group of 4 friends who, one night, after looking for some grub on a drive, find themselves on an endless road which they struggle to comprehend. This is a recent gold standard for single-location independent films. For the most part, it takes place within the one Jeep Cherokee. The 4 grads within the car have intersecting character dynamics which keep the cosmic horror in the background as they navigate it and their relationships with one another. It's proof that, before big spectacle, a film relies on its script and, more importantly, character. The bickering of the clearly defined characters, James, Tyler, Day, and Fish, is what makes the film work, more so than the horror conventions it plays with. Major props to Phineas Yoon as James, my favourite character in the film. James is the kind of protagonist who could irk an audience real fast, a pessimistic realist who keeps on hypothesizing about what the endless road actually means, which rubs the other passengers the wrong way. James is annoying. That's the point of the character. The other characters don't like his incessant talk about all his theories about what is going on. But in a horror film like this, a character actively trying to piece things together is good. Horror movie protagonists being stupid is a trope in these smaller budgeted horror pictures, which It Ends completely skips over. His arc over the course of the film is half of what makes the film so incredibly watchable. Phineas Yoon makes a meal out of James's relatable relative unlikability. The other half of why I love It Ends is how the film's subtext serves as an allegory for growing up into adulthood and, more notably, the horrors youth have about becoming adults. It's a theme which resonates with me as someone who's close to the liminal space that Ullom makes real through the metaphor of the continuous road. I haven't encountered as many films which discuss the same topic in such an entertaining way, which refuse to shy away from the existential horror that's part of this universal experience that is the act of growing up. Technically speaking, It Ends has to be proficient with editing, with cinematography, with sound, in order to make the reduced scale seem big. Not necessarily profound, although I think It Ends is quite so, but not dull in its touch towards mundanity. Ullom, who also edited the film, does a masterful job of making It Ends propulsive. The midpoint has a sound cue paired with a sudden cut of the score and a cut to black, which marks the end of the more blatantly horror-y first half and plunges the audience into the more quiet, subtle, existential, I hate to use the word again, but it is, I can't find another word for it right now, second half. The presence of 2 very clearly defined halves makes the film also more energetic as it refuses to halt momentum and, instead, ramps things up. The cinematography in the car is so claustrophobic and terrifying as the world outside the Jeep Cherokee becomes more restrictive, making the confines of the car do the same also. This is the kind of film which marks the beginning of a new artistic voice I'm excited to look out for and anticipate the future of, because this film, in isolation, is maybe my biggest surprise of the year thus far, with very little in its way to take that title. I hadn't heard of it before its availability on the Letterboxd video store, and I'm really glad that I watched the film, and suggest you all do the same. It Ends 4 stars. Well, that's all. Keep on watching movies, and form your own opinions. See you in the next one.